Ding, ding, ding. Welcome to round 3 of the Battle of Texas between North Texas in year 4 of our North Texas Dynasty. And we are taking on, for the 3rd straight year, the Texas Longhorns. And what is now a long-established rivalry between both these two schools. You might think, on the surface, that makes no sense. Texas is an SEC powerhouse. Well, let me tell you, last year we blew the brakes off of them at Texas, which is why we are one spot ahead of them in the top 25. We're both undefeated. They're 3-0, but they're going to come play at our place this year, seeing as we got the last laugh. They beat us in overtime in year 2 of this dynasty. Every time we meet them, it is a cinematic game. And once again, this is probably the toughest opponent we'll have to play all year. It is only down in competition from here, as we are a Big 12 team now for the first time this year. Our first 3 years, we were the American Conference, of course. But now, was last year a fluke run? Was it luck? Did we have the sprinkle of Cinderella whenever we took down Texas at Texas? Can we defend them and defend the honor of being the best team in the state of Texas? Or does Texas come back with much of the same players, the same quarterback we slaughtered last year in Dalvia, Marcos Dalvia, and do they get revenge? Find out. Here we go. How are we doing, everyone? Head coach Stevie Ball's in the building, back from my sickness. Up the gut to start the game. We are going to be on the receiving end, and Jermeco Green runs into someone early. We got the all-green versus the all-white. Baker from the shotgun is going to overthrow Daryl Branson in an early turnover. Oh, that is not the start you wanted in this rivalry game. You know Texas is looking to get revenge from last season, potentially blow us out. Dalvia going to take off now, and we missed the tackle. Dalvia with a gain of 16 there. We are already looking at 2nd and goal here. One of these teams, ranked number 12 and 13, is going to get their first loss today. This is an out-of-conference game, so it's not the end of the world, but stopped at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal, not looking good. Can the Mean Green defense make a play? And in the backfield, it's Rico Wooten who's going to take down Young, and we're going to hold them to 3, get away with 1, and it's no good. The early interception doesn't matter. The kick is no good, thank goodness. Escaping a crazy start right there. And back comes out Bryce Baker, the all-green, Mean Green, and the offense. It's a 6-yard run for Jermeco Green on 1st down. Not a bad way to start the drive. Can we get Bryce Baker settled in? That was a really rough pass to start the day. Gonna go back to Jermeco Green on the 4 verticals concept. That'll get the first down of the day for the Mean Green offense. Settle in. We got a packed out home crowd. We know this game's going to be nuts. Let's lock in. Jermeco Green following his blockers. Nice gain right there. He's got 17 yards to start the day. That one's going to go for 9, and we would end up getting the 1st down. All green in the stands. A little bit of white. A little bit of Bryce Baker over the middle is going to find Dozie Eznukama, juking a man, making one break a tackle. Nice play there from the senior, and we are in Texas territory. We're at home. Let's give these fans something to cheer about and strike first, but Baker gonna stare down. That was clamps. That was good coverage from the Texas defense. I looked in the replay. 3rd and 22. That was a momentum killer right there. 3rd and 22. Pressure again. Baker just going to throw up a prayer. Jacaden Ferguson! Jacaden Ferguson beats the corner, brings him a big one, and we've been waiting for him to start taking over games. That was a massive play, and 2nd and goal. Jermeco Green! We cannot punch in these goal line runs, but we do have something up our sleeve. The QB blast. Baker runs into the nose tackle, but shrugs him off, has enough muscle to force in the first touchdown of the day, and the Mean Green crowd is excited for that one. North Texas with the first lead of the day, up 7-0. Out comes Price. That one is going to be a stiff arm. Young, my apologies. And that one's going to be a gain of 5. Hard to take down there. Gonna be a quick 3rd and 2. Can we get them off the field to end the first quarter? From the shotgun, motion man, Dalvia has some pressure, gonna find an open ran, as gonna be Young on the screen again, who just manages to bump off of our defenders. And that is gonna be the end of the first quarter. Wow, that was a lot. We had the early interception, but the defense held their ground, didn't give up any points whatsoever. We are winning in the passing game and time of possession and 3rd down conversions, but already that running back is a problem. He is breaking tackles left and right. We're going to have to game plan for him here in the second quarter. Here we go. 7-point lead. Can't complain about much. This is going to be over the middle. Nice ball from Dalvia. Missed tackle from Mike Strange. It's on the ground. Fumble. Picked up. Is this one going to stand? He was pretty close to being down. Good juke moves to get even extra yards. Is this one going to count? Falling on it is going to be Deontay Ibrahim, recovering that one for a while, and they're not going to review it. Ladies and gentlemen, a missed field goal and another turnover, and Jermecco Green's taken off. Is this going to be a second straight season giving Texas belt to ass? No shot, right? Little brother has officially overtaken big brother. Over the middle, that's going to be Daryl Branson, who finds a wide open lane. Almost enough space to punch it in. Another goal-to-go opportunity for the Mean Green. 2nd and goal. Can we go up 14 really quickly at home? Get some momentum? No, Marcel Porter not going to find any room there. It's 3rd and goal. Baker's going to have to do it himself. From the shotgun, pressure, they're sending a blitz over the middle. Green Bean, who other? Shakir Caps again continues to lead the receivers this season. Our wide receiver 6, by the way, leading the receivers in yards and touchdowns. That's a big one. 14-0. They're going to go back to Young. Oh my goodness, he is just shrugging people off with no effort. He only gets a yard, but he could have lost 6. 3rd and 9. Can still get him off the field here. Dalvia needs to make a play. That's pressure. He gets hit as he's thrown. Get him off the field. Joshua Pierce with the pressure in the backfield. Baker, can we get this lead extended even more? From the shotgun, feeling pressure, going to take another shot to Jacaden Ferguson in the breadbasket. Great throw off your back foot, counteracting the pressure, and that is why I've been hyping up Jacaden Ferguson and Dozie Eznukama all this time, as Markel Porter gets a good gain on the screen there. Bryce, other than the pick, having a nice bounce back game. Can we add more to this lead? Up the gut. That's the QB blast, and we put it on the ground. No! Oh, getting a little too greedy there. That one is going to be a fumble, and Texas has their 2nd turnover of the day. That one could have been huge for our momentum. Instead, Texas has an opportunity. We could have tried for a safety there. They're instead going to get out of that hole. Still possible. It's a 4-yard gain. Here is Dalvia again. Still sending pressure, still sending a wide blitz. Play action, someone get there, we're right there. And it's going to be wide open. Ray Kohler going to manage to track him down for a 3rd and 2. Marcos Dalvia, not a bad start to the day, 6 of 7. From the shotgun. Number 4 takes the snap. Feeling some pressure, he's just going to take off himself. He's going to take off and slide. That'll be a 1st down conversion. Approaching the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Texas trying to get some points before halftime. They don't want a 2nd straight loss to us. They don't want to get blown out again. I know that for sure. Here comes the wide receiver screen. That's going to be a nice form tackle from Ray Kohler, which would take us to the 2-minute timeout. Texas trying to get some points here. Here comes the snap. They're going to go with a nice screen concept design. Ray Kohler gets juked out of his shoes on the spin move. Not a good look, and that goes for a huge gain up to the 50-yard line on the North Texas logo. Minute 47. Clock is running here from the shotgun. Dalvia over the middle! Through the hands of Rico Wooten. The coverage was perfect. I pressed triangle and everything, and it just does not come down. Instead, they're going to give it back to Young. Young has got some speed burst, and he is hard to take down. That was a big gainer right there. He's got 6 rushes, 21 yards in this first half. 2nd and 8. Less than a minute in the first half. Dalvia over the middle, going to have his receiver. That one's going to go for 3rd and inches, and they will take their first timeout. Still 2 remaining. 49 seconds. They go back to Young. A juke, a broken tackle. Oh, I was going to be pissed if he took that one all the way in. A second timeout. He's continuing to present problems for us, though. From the shotgun, Dalvia, what do you got? Takes the snap. No pressure. A quick dink. That is going to be the 5th tackle of the day for Ray Kohler, who showed up big. 3rd and goal. 10 seconds left in the half. Dalvia, what do you got? He's going to split the defenders, and it'll be a crucial touchdown for Texas, not going into halftime with 0 points, but still probably upset to be losing to North Texas at any capacity for a 2nd straight season. I can't complain. Not a perfect first half, but we've got double their passing yards. We're winning time of possession, and we could be up a lot more, but mistakes. We got to clean up the turnovers. Here we go. 14-7. Can't complain about this spot that we are in. Young's going to shrug off another defender. 7-yard gain. Texas opening the second half with the ball. Can they tie it up? Continue that momentum they had. Stadium is pulsing here. 2nd and 3. Dalvia. They're going to continue with the run game. The blocks are there. And this is what I was afraid of playing Texas. You got to know they're going to out-physical us probably for another 2 or 3 years till our recruitment is meeting up with theirs. 2nd and 5. They're going to keep going. And we've got bodies. We've got dudes falling on the ground, getting blocked out of their minds. Another first down there for Young. 1st and 10. They're going to keep feeding him, toting him the rock. A 7-yard gain. And if they had just done this from the start, I mean, I certainly wouldn't be as confident as I am right now. 3rd and 4. Going to send some pressure. They're going to go with a RPO. Does it have the... my goodness. The tight end is for some reason Lightning McQueen. That turned into 6? Touchdown Longhorns. You got to be kidding me. And even though Young is toting it, it is Dalvia who has got 2 touchdowns and has this game tied up. Oh my goodness, Bryce. Triple coverage. Triple coverage. We just talked about, this is literally a carbon copy of the Boise State game from last week. We go up big, then we start throwing stupid shit. Now it's tied at 14. 3rd and 6 though. We can escape this again. 3rd and 6. Asking too much of our defense, but that's what we got to do in these games. Dalvia has plenty of time. What a beam. What an absolute laser. Having a much better game this time around than last year. Texas, this is where things could get ugly, man. This is where things could get rough. Dalvia is hooping right now. 2nd and 3 from the shotgun. This is close to field goal range for them. They could take their first lead of the entire game. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. That time we still contained Young there. He almost broke away, but it's a loss of 1. 3rd and 4. We can still get out of this, at least hold him to 3. Here comes another RPO, and this time it's just enough. 65 yards receiving for him, and that'll be another first down. Dalvia, 2 minutes. Steve Sarkisian calling the hell out of this offense. Another screen that we're just not there on the one-on-one tackle for. Another first down. 1.5 left in this 3rd quarter. Dalvia from the shotgun, really feeling himself right now. Takes the snap, another quick hitter, and they're just getting these consistent 6, 7, 8-yard gains. That's what Arch Manning did to us in year 2. These little dink and dunk passes, and that is going to be contained well. Now we're finally getting on the run a little bit. Kenton Allen and Ray Kohler there to tag team him. 3rd and 4. Man coverage. Dalvia. Does the pressure get to him finally? No. They're going to go with the same shit they've been doing. 1st and goal to end the 3rd quarter, and we're all tied up at 14. We've barely touched the ball in the second half, and we just threw it right to them. Texas is about to take the lead. Things are getting out of control. This is not ideal where we want to be. We have not played our best game. Dalvia from the shotgun, going to scramble out, and he throws it right to us. Rico Wooten is going to come down with a touchback interception. Another huge turnover. We've got 2 for each team. This is our moment. Just go get points. Doesn't have to be a touchdown. Just go get points. Throwing up another deep ball as Newcama is going to draw the pass interference, and that's why we throw so many deep balls, trying to get those guys involved. Maybe not the smartest play, but it works out that time, and that'll go for a first down, bringing up a 2nd and 10 here, closer to midfield. Baker from the shotgun. Going to take the snap here. Is pressured right away. Not a chance to even get that one away. It is Stryker on the sack. 3rd and 21. I don't like punting it back, but I'd rather punt it back with this much time than like 2 minutes. From the shotgun, Baker. Pressure right away. Gonna take a shot. Shakir Caps has got it in! Shakir Caps, you gotta be kidding me! That guy's a big play machine. You saw him sit up. That's aura. That is aura for number 11. What a play. Baker, what a ball. What an absolute show from Shakir Caps, putting the league on notice. That's a 6-yard gain for him. 3rd and 4. I'm not opposed to kicking 3 here, but can we please get a touchdown? Baker, waiting for something to develop. Baker's going to take it himself. Baker's got the wheels. Baker not going to find the end zone, but still 1st and goal. Here we go. 5 minutes left. Let's get a touchdown. If they score, we should have enough time to run the clock out, kick 3. I like where we're headed right now. Baker, over the middle. That is going to be Jacaden Ferguson, who gets tackled in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. 21-14. We are in a battle with an SEC school. I don't think we're too far off from going to the SEC. Texas has proven it 2 years in a row. Almost got Dalvia their first play of their drive. Instead, it'll go for a gain of 4. Clock is ticking. 4.5 minutes left in this game. 2nd and 6. Dalvia from the shotgun. Another quick hitter. You know they're going to move the chains. I'm trying to get some pressure, trying to mix up these concepts. Nothing is quite working. I run zone every play. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they're going to go back to Young. Young breaks off a tackle. Not going to go anywhere. Good contain. 3 jerseys right there. 3 green jerseys. Mean green. 2nd and 3. 2 phone baby Steve from the shotgun. Here comes Dalvia. Another screen. How did he just squeak through? Are you telekinetic? What even was that? Kohler not able to bring on the tackle there. 1st and 10. Still down 7. 3 minutes left. Dalvia, very methodical on this drive. He is delivering some strikes. That was a good one right there. Over the middle. 1st and 10. We are approaching the end of this one. 30 seconds left before the 2-minute warning, and that is going to be beautiful blocks. Young finally gets tackled. He is having a day right now. Last play before the 2-minute warning here. Takes the snap. They're going to go RPO. Almost got to the quarterback, but it will be a touchdown. You had to know Texas was going to strike back. I'm not tripping. We just need 3. We have all our timeouts. We have plenty of time. We just need field goal range. Sophomore quarterback Bryce Baker. What do you got? From the shotgun. Here we go. 1st and 10. This is where storybook moments are made. From the shotgun. Had a drag. Instead, he takes the one-on-one to Caps. That could have been picked. That could have been picked. Calm down. Everyone settle down. From the shotgun. Baker. Letting anything try and develop. That was Snuggies. You can go back and rewatch it. They had us clamped. Throws it away. 3rd and 10. And now we're at risk of punting it back to them with great field position. Over the 3 and out. Oh, all that just to go 3 and out, brother. No. Okay. You know kickers can hit from like the 50 in this game, so we cannot let them move the ball here. We got to play for OT. Looking from revenge on last season. Another wide receiver screen goes out. A missed tackle. No. No. Let him score. We're going to let him score so we can get the ball back. Oh, if I tackle him there, they're just going to kick 3. They're just going to run out the clock and hit 3. We can't do anything about it. I'm going to voluntarily let him score. Let's try and send this to OT. 1st and 10. Cannot believe we let Texas get back into this one. Bryce, hit as he's thrown. God, this is giving Miami vibes. Bad vibes here. 2nd and 10. Baker. By himself. We got these deep threats here for a reason. Someone make a play. From the shotgun. Baker feeling the pressure. Another green bean. Does Jacaden Ferguson have more magic? Jacaden Ferguson! The miracle touchdown no one was ready for! Mossing 2! Defenders! That is his 3rd touchdown on the day. We're going for 2. I don't want to play for overtime. We're going for 2. Baker, 2 timeouts. They're sitting in all out pressure. Shakir Caps. 1:07. They can still get 3. A minute 07, but North Texas, sly, sneaky dogs with a 1-point lead here. Can the defense finish the job? Davia over the middle. That's going to be a quick hitter. That's going to be a first down. And with these college rules, they got more time than a minute, man. This is going to be stressful. This is going to be hard to pull off. We got to keep them, I would think, before like the 40, R40. They're going to run it. I don't know why they did that. Clock is moving. They're going to go hurry up here. Still 2 timeouts. 50 seconds. That was a dumb play call. Davia, we had pressure. Not able to get the... Oh, I thought we could have picked that off. We got to try and get a sack here. I think that's our only hope. I would have to imagine this is field goal range for them. From the shotgun. Davia. No, that is definitely field goal range. Oh, this is not going the way you'd want it to. Got to try and make them lose some yards here. Force a turnover, something. 3rd and 2. From the shotgun. They still got 1 timeout. We're sending... Pressure's going to get there. Pressure's going to get there. We'll take a timeout. Save about 30 seconds. Here we go. Texas. It could possibly all come down to this kick. This is a long one. From the 40. The kick is up. That's right. That is right. That's no good. That is no good. They don't have enough timeouts left. We can send out the kneels when all hope seemed lost. Bryce Baker finds Jacaden Ferguson for a miracle touchdown. That 15-point fourth quarter is the difference. Jacaden Ferguson, your player of the game. Oh my goodness, for the 2nd straight year, we have beat the Texas Longhorns, and this time it's at our home stadium. We own Texas. We are the best school in Texas. Baker, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Baker, a great game rush. No, actually not at all. Jermecco Green, not really much going in the running game in general, but Jermecco Green didn't do bad. Jacaden Ferguson obviously lights out. Shakir Capps, a big game, had the 2-point conversion as well. Jermecco Green, still looking to get Esnu Kama more involved, but still, the passing game's starting to come together. If we can just cut down the turnovers and slightly tweak the defense, I wish we would have gotten more pressure today. I still think this team has national championship contention, but like I said, that is probably the toughest team we are going to see all season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I need to go back and look at the schedule again, but I'm pretty sure that's our toughest opponent, and we just won. 12-0 could be on the year, but that's what we said last season. We lost 2 conference games, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still got a bunch of Big 12 games left, but regardless, 2 years in a row, we own Texas. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will have more Big 12 games up tomorrow. I love y'all. Have a great day, and peace.